to, to a bye and hosting a game. There was no in between there, so it was a big swing. That was kind of the, a credit to our division, I think of how well it had been playing. So, yeah, we took care of our end and obviously got some help from Denver. So it was pretty sweet, when we saw the score there at the end and when we had our deal sealed up, you could finally let it sink in a little bit that, yeah, that it's a big swing to go from playing a road game next week to 2 weeks from now we'll get a home game at Arrowhead. So, yeah, pretty awesome, and then obviously to win the division special as well. That's something that this group hasn't done, and every day I'm in that indoor facility, you see all the banners that are up, and we haven't been able to hang one ourselves, so it'd be nice to get one up there.
Made the playoffs 3 out of 4 now. First time as a division.
Yeah.
Different feeling going into the postseason?
It's a drastically different. Yeah, like I said, to have the bye, to get healthy, and then to know you have a home game after that. Very, very different road than we've traveled twice before. They're just different. So, we don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, in the wildcard round, we'll see what we get. But got a chance to get healthy and a chance for a home game. So.
Regardless of matchups, do you feel like you guys are any more equipped to go deep to win some games in the postseason?
Every opportunity and challenge is different. This year's no different, and we'll see, what lies ahead of for us. But, it is different, I think, like I said, to have the home game, to have a week to get healthy. Those are different circumstances. I think the games that we played in the past, not just this year, but last year, we've played in some big games, been in a lot of different types of battles, and I think all that stuff, helps you moving forward, all that.
Since you've been here, I watched you guys absorb some tough division losses.
Yeah.
Just games that could have swung the division.
Yeah, for sure.
How do those experiences kind of shape your feelings about finally getting over the hump?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, it's crazy to sweep the division. It's not something you ever anticipate doing. And honestly, it's a credit to our division. It's been tough the last few years. You obviously had the world champs last year in it. It's been a competitive division, and for us, we take a lot of pride in, this year to finally to kind of get over that hump that we haven't done that yet. So obviously, kind of still sinking in right now.
Alex, having lived here and played your high school ball
Yeah.
here, what's your sentiment about the Chargers and maybe playing the last game here against them?
Yeah, I said this before. I really hope it's not the case. For me growing up here, I think it'd be tragic that if there wasn't a team here, if there wasn't football in this town. It would be weird for me. This was not just the Chargers, but this has always been kind of America's host city. From Super Bowls and the Holiday Bowl, and I think it would be wrong if it wasn't here. So, absolutely, yep.
3 weeks in a row out. At Utah, you came here to
Yeah.
Does it still seem like yesterday, Donnie was taking you guys down the tunnel, you and Reggie to play in the SEAC championships when you guys were with Helix?
I don't know about yesterday. It's been a little while. There's been a lot of games in between. Certainly, yeah. Oh, I remember. You'll never forget something like that. Every phase, high school football being one of them, they're so special, and you'll never forget those memories with your teammates and all the time you put in, and any time you sacrifice like that, and are able to for us, fortunately, to win a couple championships was very special, and you won't forget it, and those are bonds that you'll have for a long, long time. And no different going on to college and now at this level. So it's such a unique team sport. You depend on one another so much. You put so much in. You sacrifice so much time and work. And so yeah, it's special. It's obviously pretty unique for me to have played here at every level.
Alex, you guys are such a proud. You guys have shown a lot of fortitude and overcoming adversity
Yeah.
this year. I wonder how that shapes your thought about potentially having to face Pittsburgh again. How will that game affect your preparation this time? If you have to get,
Yeah, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but yeah, I think this team understands how far we've come from that game. That was early on in the season. Obviously, we'll get a chance, if that's the case, to learn from it and look at it. And different scenario. We'll potentially get them at our place, and a lot's gone on since then. And I think this team, it does such a good job. I think of kind of, we always talk about the process. you know, and for us and growing and the journey and you know, I think embracing that, you know, and for us and we're certainly not the same team and every week's different and you got to put in the work and obviously, you know, every Sunday's different. I think that we enjoy that challenge.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Therese, Vahe, Adam, and then Blair, and we're done.
We could hear the cheers in the hallway.
Yeah.
Probably the loudest we've heard in a minute.
Yeah.
Kind of paint the scene of what that's like after achieving one of those real, like,
Yeah.
smart goals
Yeah.
at the start of the year.
Like I said, it was such a big swing, you know, not only just to win the division, but to go from playing next week to all of a sudden getting a bye and being the 2 seed. And all of that, you know, to be happening at the same time out there, you know, obviously a little bit there in the second half. I think all the guys were looking up at the scoreboard, obviously, and checking in. And we all knew we had to take care of our end. And, you know, for that all kind of to culminate, you know, like I said, I think we realized, you know, obviously even stuff from last year and the journey and the playoffs and all that. And I think what we put in the offseason, everything we've talked about and finishing, you know, and to be able to finish here in week 17, you know, on the road, you know, 6-0 in the division, all that stuff, I think kind of just setting in. I will say, I think the great thing about our team is, you know, as much celebrating and obviously a guy's feeling good in there. I think this team has a great understanding of it's just an opportunity right now and obviously what lies ahead of us, and we got to go make the most of it.
Alex, I think it's 3 weeks in a row now with a rushing touchdown, but today maybe a little more unscripted stuff.
Yeah.
What's behind that?
Yeah, you know, the touchdown run last couple of weeks, those are something that I've been involved in. You know, as far as the run game, it's something I really enjoy. You know, I feel like I can still do, you know, and certainly some of the scrambling stuff. It's been nice these last few weeks to kind of get that going again for whatever reason. Felt like there was, you know, a big lull there in the middle of the season where I wasn't getting as much done with my legs. You know, those can be difference makers in games, I think, you know, being able to use your legs, extend plays, move the chains. And so it's been nice these last few weeks to kind of get that back going a little bit.
Probably the only play you take back today is the deflected pass.
Yeah.
What did you see there?
I mean, I just, you know, we're throwing quick game and you know, it's one of those things that's, you know, almost you got something on the left and something on the right. And, you know, I'm just kicking myself. I'm like, God, or for one, if you don't get the ball tipped or if I'd just chosen to go left and the whole thing would have been different. I felt like we had such great momentum, just driven it down the field, great rhythm, you know, and just to get the ball tipped. And obviously that guy made a heck of a play and a return. You know, the thing I think I was most proud of, though, is how we responded that next drive. That was a big drive for us to kind of eat up the clock and to move it all the way down and get a score and get it back, because that game certainly could have gone differently if we hadn't done it there.
Adam, you just touched on this, Alex, but that drive after the interception.
Yeah.
6.
Yep.
I mean, I know you'll take any scoring drive anyway.
For sure.
Is that kind of
That was, I think the difference maker, you know, for us. Obviously, we came out feeling good, drove it all the way down the field into the red zone, and then to have that play happen, I think, you know, certainly I was obviously pretty disgusted and a kind of fluke deal, and, you know, he made a heck of a play on it in return. So, you know, I think for us to respond the way we did and put another drive back together all the way down the field and finish it off, yeah, I think, you know, that was a big answer for us, you know, to answer that. And then obviously Tyreek's return kind of, you know, blew it open a little bit.
Adam, Sharkhandrick West, speaking of, just looking at him as a passer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He can obviously catch the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of guys can do that.
Yeah.
What makes him kind of dangerous as a receiver, do you think, other than just his ability to catch the
Oh,
ball?
I think obviously quickness and speed. I think he's got a good understanding. You know, I think he's a young guy and he's played a lot of football now and obviously got more opportunities today. But I think has such a good feel just from playing a lot, not only in the run game but pass game too. How guys defend him. You know, how to win. You know, that the first third down of the game, you know, was a big play by him, getting matched up and him seeing it, identifying it, and then obviously making the play.
All right, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank